Bob Arum picks Jamal Charlo over Triple G. Let's talk.
Push the weight and now flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This was a interesting opinion from Bob Arum. I was reading something, an article, link will be in the descriptions from Boxing Scene. Says Arum is siding with Charlo in possible Golovkin showdown. He said, I think Charlo wins that fight. I like how everyone's asking. Oh my gosh. All right, let me read a little bit of this and I'm going to tell you why I'm a little, not a little, I'm a lot annoyed with this. All right. It says here Jamal Charlo is poked, prodded, and done everything else in between in an attempt to lure Gennady Golovkin into the ring. But no matter how loud Charlo continues to scream and shout the unified middleweight champion's direction, Golovkin has shown little to no interest. I'm not gonna read this whole thing for y'all. Y'all can read it yourself. When they asked Bob Arum, he said, I think Charlo wins at this point. Yeah, at this point, right? You think he wins at this point, right? It says, regardless of Arum's backing, Charlo, of Charlo, is attempting to work his way back into the public eye. When last seen, the knockout artist hailing from Texas, struggling mightily at length with tenacity and punching power on fringe contender Juan Macias Montiel in June of 2021. That was the last time we saw this guy. Since then, a nagging back injury has forced Charlo to sit on the sidelines. Nevertheless, according to Ronnie Shields, Charlo's longtime trainer and WBC belt holder is fully recovered and anxious to return to the ring. Look, man, this link will be in the description. All right. Here's the deal. Bob Arum says he doesn't believe it'll be competitive. But he's not at his best anymore. Look, here's the deal, man. Jamal was trying to make this fight how many years ago? And it fell on deaf ears because they put Triple G on this big pedestal. Y'all remember when Canelo was the face of the sport and Gennady Golovkin was hot on his heels? Do y'all remember that? I remember that. I thought Jamel and Jamal could beat Gennady Golovkin. All they needed was what? An opportunity to prove that. Everyone talks about, oh, well, they can, the Charlos, they can't beat Canelo. They can't beat Golovkin. What do I always say? You disagree? Prove it. And they never proved it. Not one. They never proved it. You got to make me a believer, man. This is the sport. You have to make me a believer. All right? A believer. I don't believe Gennady Golovkin could beat Jamal Charlo. Now, he took his behind up to 168. He fought Canelo again. He did the best he could. Now they talking about he's old. And this man is returning to 160, and he said, I'm not retired. He's far from done. Well, you get in the ring with Jamal Charlo, you're going to be done. They knocked Gennady Golovkin out, both of them, in different fashions. I've been said that Charlos was nothing to play with at 154 and 160. The fact that this fight never happened, all right, when Canelo said, look, I'm done with you, what he should have been doing, Gennady Golovkin, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, the moment when Canelo was on top of the world, he says, you know what, I'm done with Gennady Golovkin, because he did say that. He said, I'm done with it now. I done fought him twice. I fought him to a draw, and I beat him convincingly in the rematch. Look, I'm done. It's out my system. Remember that? At that point, Gennady Golovkin, what he should have been doing is saying, all right, I want that third Canelo fight, but I'm going to put him in a position where he has to fight me. While he's running up and trying to pad his legacy, trying to go to cruiserweight, but settling for light heavyweight. But prior to that, going to 168 and becoming undisputed, which was a good thing. While he was doing that, Gennady Golovkin, what you should have done to stay in the public eye is do what people said you can do. Your fans say you can do. And what's that? Fight Boo Andre, beat him. Fight Jamal Charlo, beat him. Do that. There was smoke there for you to get. You didn't get it, man. You stuck around, you had these weird-ass fights, and you didn't turn no heads. But you know what you did do? You went up to 168, and you got your third Canelo fight, and that's only because he failed at 175. So you got your third Canelo fight, and you lost that. But you came up $25 million freaking dollars. So here's the deal, man. He's going back down to 160, and now they're being mentioned in the same sentence. My stance with Jamal Charlo is my same stance with Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Jamal is the man at 160. Don't care what anyone else says. Gennady's not done. He's not done. He's going to 160, fine. Go fight a ham and egger. Get back in the win column. Jamal should be on some, well, what has he done to fight me? Because he ducked me already. Now get back in line. If Jamal Charlo can find something else bigger and better to do at 160, do it. I don't care what it is. But now, Gennady, you got to get back in line, bro. You got to get right back in line. I'm tired of these guys, you know, that have the complexion for the protection. Yeah, I'm going there. Y'all knew I was going there. Running around these divisions and doing what the hell they think they want to do. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. Lomachenko could go away to, fight a war, then come back, says I need a tune-up, and they're going to try and get him in the ring with Devin Haney. Granted, Devin Haney takes care of business in Australia. Gennady Golovkin, it didn't work out at 168. Fine, you're going back down to 160. If you and Jamal are going to be mentioned in the same sentence, watch him try and dick Jamal out, dick him around on some money. But here's the thing. I want y'all to remember something. In this situation, he is the A side. Jamal Charlo is the A side. Since we like talking about A side, B side, who deserves what, well, let's talk about it. Real brief. Jamal's undefeated. Jamal's a champion. Gennady Golovkin's coming off of a loss. So he could take his howdy-doody ass and get back in line. You should retire, because now, if you get in the ring with Jamal Charlo and he knocks you cold out, all everyone's going to say is, man, he was 40 years old. I'm not saying that with Canelo, though. In fact, everyone gave Gennady a chance. We'll give him a chance against Jamal Charlo, see what happens. Jamal stretches this guy. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. It's on deck.